identifying your God. It will be difficult for men on earth to identify the true God they want to serve. When they are looking for that God in men, without identifying that God by themselves first, before looking for it in men, you will not know the true God. You will not know a man or a woman that is representing the true image of the true invisible God until you identify the God you want to serve first. Identify that God before you look for it in men. Now, when you have identified the God you want to serve first, before you start looking for a pastor or a prophet or a bishop, when you see the man that represents that God you want to serve, because you have identified that God first, when you see the man, you will know the man that is carrying that God. If before you met any pastor to pray for you, you have not identified the God you want to serve first, before you met that pastor, you will make mistake. That is why a lot of children of God have submitted to a lot of wrong spirits, thinking that they are true men of God. Now, when somebody do magic, do prophecy, do miracle, do healing, you say this man is a man of God. Who told you? Every spirit on earth can do magic, do miracle, do prophecy. Children of God, we keep on making mistakes around the body of God because they don't care about identifying the God they want to worship before looking for it in a man. Sir, if you have already identified the God you want to worship, anytime you see a man of God that is carrying that God, immediately you meet that man, you will know this is it. Immediately you see a man carrying the image of that invisible God you want to worship, because you have already known that God. You have identified the nature of that God. You have identified the look of that God. You have identified the character of that God. Once you see a man exhibiting that look, exhibiting that character, exhibiting that nature, you will know in your sense, in your right sense, that this is the man. But if you have not identified that God, you just go around looking for a pastor, looking for a prophet, looking for a bishop to pray for you, you will submit to a wrong spirit, thinking that you are submitting to God. Is someone hearing me? A lot of Christians, a lot of children of God has gone astray because they are looking for a God they don't know. They submitted to a God they don't know in the name of the true God. That somebody is calling the name of God in the name of Jesus, preaching, making miracle, does not make him a true servant of God.